so much trouble lately. So if it lags or anything, just let me know. Okay. Okay,
It's
good.
there.
It's a
We
good
can see
start.
it now. Yep.
All right. Great. Well, glad we could get everyone here today. Is our midpoint check-in call for Hampton Roads. We did have our kickoff back in October, but I
Yeah.
know a lot's changed since then, and we've got our new site, so we'll look over some of that on this call.
Mhm.
The agenda up on the screen should look pretty familiar. It's a bit of a roadmap, but it's meant to be a collaborative call, so we can always take tangents, go on questions, suggestions, anything like that. Ashley's going to do a lot of screen sharing too on this call, so we can make any changes to the site too as we're talking. As far as introductions go, I think I only see friendly faces, so we can get right into it.
Yeah.
Just going over some housekeeping first. We wanted to plug the shared resource site again. I know you guys are pretty familiar with this, but PanCan does a good job with keeping the trainings updated, providing refreshers if they ever need. These in particular are regarding the event route. I'm pretty sure you guys had a course lead last year. Is that right? Do you know if
Yes.
they'll be coming back, or are they like,
No,
yeah?
no, David has cancer. He won't be able to do it. I have to find somebody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, if it is someone new, these are really good resources to point them to. This is more of like a tutorial video, and then this is like a Word document with everything you'd need to know. These
Right.
are both in the shared resource site, but if you can't find them, I know sometimes the folders get confusing. We're going to share this deck on our follow-up email, so you can just click right to it from here.
Okay.
Yeah, and you still have time to identify a route lead. It's always good to have that, but these are there whenever you need them.
And sorry to chime in there too,
Yeah.
John, we'll touch on when we go over the route, but we have 2 off-duty officers and a park ranger to assist with the route. So we'll go over all of that too once we hop onto the route. So we do have, assistance and everything like that in place, at least for the park and county.
That's good.
Great. Yeah. Other than that, we can just check in quickly about the deliverables timeline. Again, it should look pretty familiar, but we're kind of in the middle of it now. So the first round of documents has been uploaded to the shared resource site. So that's the My Maps route, the site map, and the vendor tracker. If you haven't looked at them yet, that's no problem. That's what we're going to do on the call today. Go everything. So yeah, we're right here just at the beginning phases, reviewing everything till the end of this week with the rest of the markets. And then you'll have till the end of the month to get us any more initial feedback based on this call and based on, if you have anything after the call, if you're looking at these on your own on the shared resource site. Anything that we get back from you at the end of this month, we're going to then incorporate those changes into the second round of documents that's going to be dropped on the 9th of February. After this, you'll have about a month and a half, I'd say, to ask us any more questions, change anything else, any more adjustments. Via email, we'll do all that for all of February and about half of March. So March 16th is kind of our like big bad deadline that we have to get any changes into these maps. It gives us, it gives us quite a bit of time from then until now, but it comes up fast. So it's good to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm.
We'll then take all those changes and put it into that final round of documents, which will be posted on March 23rd. Pretty much right afterwards, we're going to get into those pre-event calls where we'll just go over these, make sure it all looks good, and mark it as a capital F final for the event book on April 17th, which is about a week before the event.
Right.
Any questions?
No, the route's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Great. We also wanted to check back in on these infrastructure changes. I know we talked a lot about this in October. We just wanted to give like a reminder that you might see some of these changes now on the sitemap we're going to look at. You're in that core package here. So if you do have any questions before we get into that, this would be a great time.
So we probably have some questions here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he did secure a DJ that's gonna accommodate all of the AV needs and has a generator and all that good stuff.
Great.
Um,
Awesome.
the skirting with the 10 over stage, the part about order new banner year one or use sponsor step and repeat.
So I could, yeah, that part is basically in regards to some markets that sponsor or that step and repeat banner is we'd potentially use that just because it has all the PanCan branding on it. So the step and repeat is like your photo area.
Yeah.
But like some markets that photo area gets not a ton of use and they combine it with some other tents. But some places that's like a huge deal and they have like props and it's, a big like morale spot. So if you want to use that step and repeat banner, we can. But if you're like the photo area is super special, we really want to keep that. That's when we'd look at maybe ordering a smaller banner instead of using that big one. Do you guys have like any preference here that you know of? It we don't need to decide it right now, but in case you do.
No, I'll go check the banners when I get home and look in the storage area what we have. I think we have both a photo and a step and repeat banner.
Okay.
But the only other thing I was wondering, the big backdrop for our stage is when we had a big stage. This is only going to be 10 by 10. And I think that banner or that backdrop was bigger than 10 feet. I'm not.
Yeah, so that's why we'd be ordering this new banner or using one of these smaller things. Cause yeah, that the big banner would look a bit silly on like the smaller stage. So that's what this section is for with the
So we're going to get a new stage banner.
yeah, or we'll use those step and repeats. But I think for a lot of the core markets, we have been erring towards on the side of getting a new banner.
What do you think, Darcy? Get a new one?
I say let them order the new banner that's the stage, and then you can use your step and repeat for the photo area because I know you have an active photo area
Yeah,
where
okay.
people take selfies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. And
All right,
it's you just have to order it once and then you guys have it in storage. So it's not too big of a deal.
Now the banner, the stage banner won't say Lafayette Park or anything like that. Can we make it kind of generic?
Generic.
Universal, yeah, that's
Yeah.
smart. I think,
All right.
it's pretty across the board, right, Hannah? Just
Because our
not
history
this.
history over the last 4 years has been bounced around from site to site. And I hate
Yeah.
to keep
Mhm.
ordering banners.
Yeah,
Yeah, the smaller banner, it'll basically just be like a scaled down version of what we had before. So it'd be evergreen and you guys just keep it in your storage unit.
Okay.
Other than that, I also wanted to touch on the start finish because I know that's a change with these balloon arch or like the columns or feather flags. Have you guys put your heads together or thought at all about what you might want for the start finish, or do you want some more time to talk about it? We don't need to decide right now.
Yeah, I want to get my group together and talk about it, but we do have a start finish. We have a one-sided and then we have a two-sided. But it fit the truss, the big truss for the beach and for City Park. Where we're going to be, the walkway is pretty narrow, so that big truss won't fit. It'll be just too big.
Is it going to be windy like it is at the beach? Like, would a balloon arch work as your start finish line for this?
It's a big open field where we're going to have the stage set up. It's a lot of trees. So we would be blocked from wind, but there are trees.
pretty shielded right where it is.
But
you're familiar with it, Ashley?
Yeah, I mean, John would know it better. He went and walked the exact site too, and from the area. So yeah, I'll go with him. I'm in Los Angeles weather-wise, so I'll let him speak as the native nearby. But and just to point out, also just to throw out for site, they said that they're totally fine with whatever we come up with, and in point of balloons, they just don't want them released into the air, but
No, right.
and or staking. So in comment to the wind, a lot of teams are also opting to do columns, which like with weighted bases, basically. So
We have some of those.
yeah, so that is another option too. As that or the feather flags, which I think Hannah,
That's what we got the last time. We have feather flags with weighted
yeah,
bases. But we're not
Mhm.
allowed to put anything in the ground.
no staking allowed in the grass. So it's just weighted. So like with the tent, yeah. So with the tents, like
Okay.
the tent vendor basically will use like sandbags or concrete
Mhm.
blocks instead. So they know exactly what to do. It's, yeah.
I'm just laughing because it's just a big open field. There's nothing
I
there.
know every site
Right.
is so, most of our sites you're not allowed to stake. I only think I
Yeah.
have 1 out of 10 events that you're allowed to stake at. It
There's
has
no
to do
area.
with irrigation under the grass for some of
There's
them.
nothing there.
Yeah.
I'll just
Right.
go
I
with
don't
their
know.
rules, that's all.
Yeah.
So John, do you
Okay.
want to talk to the team and think about a balloon arch or columns?
Yeah,
You have $750 in your budget. So but you would have to, we would have to find somebody. Event 360 doesn't find the balloon arch person. Like you'd have to ask around town. I know I used to pay them a little bit extra and they would actually come back and get it. So you don't have to deal with all the balloons afterwards. So that's an option too.
okay.
But we don't have to decide that now, but I would say, when you get back sooner rather than later, talk to the team so we can find somebody.
Right.
What do the columns look like? What are they? Are they like,
They look
just,
nice. Did you guys have a picture handy?
I don't, but I can pull one up. Let's see.
we've never used one. We've always used the start finish arch.
Yeah, they can look really nice.
They're less expensive than a balloon arch. I like balloon
Yes.
arches, but if it's windy, the
Yeah,
columns
I
work well.
agree.
And
The columns
yeah,
are kind of more secure,
is-
like, yeah.
This is just like a Google search. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously they
yeah.
can be bigger than that, but just like,
What-
yeah, really
There's
sturdy.
like yeah, you can really do it anyway too, but basic
Mhm.
wise, pretty
So
standard.
it's balloons on the column.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The only other thing I'm worried about, well, not worried about, but I have a concern is we're right next door to the zoo.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we're going to be walking past where animals are. So I just want to make sure if a balloon got out, if it went into the monkey cage or something, would have caused a problem.
Yeah.
But they don't have a
That's
problem
why
with
That's why
balloons.
they
So,
said the only stipulation that they have is just if you're going to have balloons, we ask you don't let them really no releasing into the air.
okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
And they're pretty secure. I've never had a
Yeah.
balloon arch where I lost
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
professionally done. It's not like you're going to make one yourself from Amazon, which
Yeah.
I have done before too.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not
Okay.
easy.
and that's what kids are helpful for.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
he'll
Thank you
finish
for
out
pulling
start
that up.
finish line. We're good with the DJ and audio visual. What else, you
Awesome.
guys?
Porta potties,
Do you
we're gonna
want?
need
Yeah, here.
those.
Yeah, we can go
Sure.
over
Did you want
honestly
to pull your screen back up, Hannah, to show the? Sorry.
yeah, no, that's fine. I'll pull it back up. I mean, it honestly might make a bit more sense once we actually do look at the sitemap and we can see if any tents have changed or anything like that. But
Sweet.
just from this actual chart, the only other things would be, well, registration and donation, that's usually combined anyways. The volunteer check-in combined with reg and donation. And then this other section, like why do you stride and the photo areas, we're looking to either put that all into like one tent. So you have like one wall with your photos, a different one, why do you stride, and kind of make it into a big, I don't know, like PurpleStride event tent sort of, or take these banners and photo areas and put them on the outsides of existing tents. This just depends on like your guys' layout. We can look
Yeah.
at the sitemap for this to figure out where it might work best,
Okay.
but this is up to you, and you guys get to make this decision.
Right.
Are you leaning towards one or the other, or would you want to look at the sitemap first and figure that out?
We can look at the site map. I have a picture of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, other than that, again, t-shirts, tents, that's going to be gone. That's about it.
It's gonna be.
Last
Unless
night-
it weather, unless it's weather, inclement
Yeah,
weather,
that's
if it
weather.
rains, you
Yeah.
will get a tent, John, for all
Yeah.
those areas.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
last thing before the site map to bring up is just that, yeah, with the weather contingencies, the big asterisk is, if it does look like it's going to be pouring rain on you guys, then we will have a tent for food and beverage, a tent for the purple play zone, and all those like typical weather contingencies we have, sidewalls, all of that. We're going to look at this about 10 days out to a week out from the event. And if anything does look like it's going to be hitting you guys, that's when we'll start ordering these pieces. We'll let you know, of course, if we are going to be ordering these and if it does look like it's going to be like raining or I don't know. I don't know about
For
heat,
the-
but you never
For
know
the
these days.
DJ and the AV equipment, is that included if it's going to rain? Would you order a tent for AV or would she be responsible for that?
That's actually a really good question. I don't
We
think
can
we've
add that to the approval list for PanCan for sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's any money in her budget for a tent for her to bring
Right.
her own.
We would
I
have to
the-
then do it separately, John, with the rest of that $1,000 budget we have. We would have to
Yeah.
have her add a tent if
Yeah.
they don't, because we spent, I think, 850 and we still have 150 left in the AV budget.
I don't think that that's a problem to ask for approval for weather
Yeah,
contingency
and
things.
I'll double check with that because we might not even need approval. That might just be under the weather contingency.
Okay,
You obviously
I
don't
just
want the,
made note, yeah. So we'll
Okay.
be prepared to add that.
yeah,
Perfect.
we've got a big list of like, requests or approvals that we're sending up the ladder. So we'll let you guys know when we get like a bit more detail on that. But it's good to
Alright.
know.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, we can move on over to the site map and check that out. We'll look at the route map, and then I'll talk a little bit about the vendor order after that. Before we get too far into it, I do want to confirm our timeline. So last year's timeline was the event village opening at 8, the opening ceremony at 9, walk start at 9:30, an event concluding at 11:30.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any problems with that? I mean, I think it was the same from the year before. Does
Yeah,
it
I
still
think
work?
the timeline will work. That'll be fine.
Yeah, perfect.
It's really easy park to get to.
Yeah, right.
driving. So
Yeah,
the only
okay.
thing will be when the parking lots fill up, people are gonna have to park on the street.
Yeah,
Mm.
we'll
That'll
get,
be okay.
we started, can you guys see the map here?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Is it too zoomed in or I can zoom out a little bit? But I'll pull up, once I pull up the live version, Google My Maps, and we can kind of see, and I can scroll around and show you from like top to bottom of the park too, with the parking plan, John, that we came up with the
Yeah.
site. So just to start, so with the event village here for site map layout, like Hannah was just talking about with some of the changes, we didn't have much besides t-shirt tent and the combined wide use stride and photo area now. So these were two separate tents in the past, and now this is that
It's
joint
one.
area together. Yeah. And then I tried to copy layout where you had the tent placements from last year's,
Yeah.
because when Kayla had done it, so this is for reference, this is last year's layout.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Wow.
but today we can totally adjust any layout that you want. Why, if you see this and have a totally different vision, I can start dragging things over and moving things around however you want to. And leading up, you have until the day up to change placements, but just wanted to get your input on starting here for how things work.
Yeah, this is
Are you happy with the survivors next to the stage
yeah.
like this, or?
The
Okay.
only thing I might do, I'm gonna walk it again when I get home, is moving the stage. See, we have that white tent to the right. It's the sponsor banner and
The
stuff.
sponsor banner? Yeah.
Putting the stage over in that area with the survivors. The reason being, it's just rough ground for them to walk across. So,
Yes.
oh
Okay.
man, that's pretty sweet. And then,
I told you I'll do it live for you.
yeah,
Magic.
Is
and then
this,
cocking it, putting it at like a 45-degree angle. Yep, like that. And then backing it into the corner near the path. Because from the parking lot,
yeah,
there's a
I
path
totally
that comes
agree.
in between these trees.
Yeah,
And then they could walk the path and get to the stage and there's seating and all that kind of good stuff.
yeah.
So
For the sponsor banner, did you want to keep this next to the All-Star teams again for this year? And next to the stage, right?
yeah, I think you think so, Darcy? It'd be
I think it should be somewhere near the stage, somewhere with a lot of
Yeah,
visibility.
that's
a
what I
lot
was
of
going to say, the
visibility,
best
a lot of
visibility.
photo
I could
opportunity.
even kind of give it its own little space over this way this year, like near the
Yeah.
stage, have it lined up.
Yeah.
And
That
then
makes
maybe
more sense. And again, we can switch this around on ground, up
and
until
then
the
move
day
the
of.
move the survivors over next to sponsors. Yeah, like that type
Like
of
that,
thing.
have it kind
Yeah.
of facing. Yeah.
Then we can just spread out the other stuff, food and
Yeah.
beverage. And,
Yeah, perfect. And then again, like we said with the food and beverages, right now it says no tent, which is why you see this little square, the
right.
square space there. But we'll have that on the weather plan for backup, and it would be a 10 by 10. Because I know in the
Okay.
How
past
many
you have a big 10
tables?
by 20.
How many
Right now
tables?
we'll have whatever you had last year on your order. I can pull it up and check, but we have the same amount for this year. So table
Okay.
chair count has not changed. That's the one other thing that has not changed for this year for you guys.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
like even for why do you stride and photo area, whatever table chair counts you had for both separate tents, I have on this year's order for the one tent area. So combined. So, and if we need to adjust, we can adjust too.
And the other thing that's neat about this park is they have a little obstacle course and track that kids can run back and forth on.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try to figure out how to incorporate our purple play zone with that.
Oh, yeah, smart. So if you want, what we can do is we can move the purple play zone to where the all-star team tents are. And then I don't know if you want all-star teams next to keep all-star teams here, or we could move them next to why do you stride and then purple play zone, or no?
Yeah, I have to, if you zoom, oh no, if you
Because
have an
this is so
overview.
sorry, this is the playground. Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking about? Correct.
no, there's another one by the main entrance to the park.
Oh, the
It's like
farther up one you meant.
it's a track that the kids can get timed on as how fast they ran. There's an obstacle
Right
course
up
that they
here,
can do.
that one.
There it is. There it is.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Okay, gotcha.
There it
Okay,
is.
yeah, okay. So
Okay.
we could. Do you want? We could swap food and beverage with where Purple Play
With
Zone
that,
is,
yeah, maybe. Yeah,
unless you wanted to keep food and beverage.
that would work out. Just something for families to do and stuff.
Yeah, I love that idea.
It's-
And then I
well,
can even kind of angle that. Like
because the
that
trees
there.
you can walk through them. It's not like it's
Yeah,
this thick.
very smart. I love that.
Because the other thing I'm
Perfect.
thinking of is after the walk is finished, is how to get people to hang around a little bit longer
Mhm.
and not just disappear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
We're trying to give them something to do. And we're trying to work out
smart.
a deal with the zoo to get like a discount, like a 10% discount for people who buy T-shirts or something like that. We have to try to set up a meeting with the zoo.
Oh, smart.
Hmm.
Yeah, perfect. I was going to say also in terms of the zoo, I'm going for discounted parking for us as well, like overflow if we want
Oh,
additional. We
good.
don't need it, but I'm, yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back with them about that. But
Do you have
yeah,
a
that was just,
contact at the zoo? Because I've been looking for one, and I have one person on our team that might know somebody that works at the zoo, but I've been having a hard time getting
yeah,
a
I
hold
can
of
just,
someone.
whoever once they transfer me over, I'm waiting for them to give me, like, transfer me to their contact because I only got the generic contact. So what
Yeah,
I'll do an intro to you and if you want as well. And then I'll let you know also I can forward Hannah the email to forward you as well. But if you want,
yeah.
I can do a little introduction. Yeah.
That'd be great,
Great.
because we're
Yeah.
trying to work out something to entice people to buy the t-shirts since the price went up.
Yeah. No, smart. I had to say I was already on that. I was like, and our site contact also said that the zoo, they in the past always do nonprofit rates and have done donations and things like that. So
Good.
yeah.
Because we're gonna have an audience of about, I don't know, 400 or 500 people, I'm hoping.
Yeah. No, you're gonna have a
Yeah.
very decent group.
We're gonna
Okay.
bring them some business. Something to
Maybe
do in
they'll
the
bring you a
afternoon.
little live petting zoo that you can bring to the event too. Okay. And it was so for the sponsor proteins, everything else looks pretty
Yeah.
good layout wise, right?
I like that,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, great. And then food truck placement, we'll have, that was one other question I did have is, I know, did you want the 2 food trucks or how many were you planning for this year if you knew
Right
yet?
now, so far, tentatively, I've got 1, just like we had last year. They didn't
Yeah.
want to send 2 because there wasn't enough people.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we said we'd send the 1 for our size event, and the 1 worked out fine.
Yeah, perfect. I
And
just wanted to
everybody
make sure
liked
because I
it.
know we had said possibly 2, so I just wanted to check. We
And they're
got that all approved
self-contained.
with the site. Sorry.
They're self-contained. They've got their own generator and all that stuff, so they're all taken care of.
Awesome.
Now,
Great.
do they
And-
need any special food permits or any filings, licensing or something for the city of Norfolk or for the park?
Yeah, I think that yeah, it's the link is on the tracker. Hannah, does he have access to that?
No, but I was gonna send it his way after the call.
Yeah,
I wanted to
she'll
check in
send
about
you
that.
the link to that.
Okay, good. That way
Yeah.
you'll make sure with the food truck that he's got all the necessary permits and
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, it's typically just his business their business license with the city, and then as long as they're registered already, which most of them typically are, then they're
Yeah,
good to go.
okay.
They know the
Maybe.
drill. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'll send that over in the follow-up email along with the
Thank
call
you.
recording for this, so you have everything.
Okay. And then for parking and so food trucks, we just talked about. And then for parking wise, let me pull up. Or before I take the map away, did we have any questions on site map?
No, it's
Okay,
compact.
I'll
Yeah,
clean
that's
that up
for sure.
too and make it look a little bit nicer.
Okay,
I know it's a little bit out of alignment right now.
that's okay.
And let me pull that up. Okay, here we go. Okay. And so for parking and for the route, like I had mentioned earlier, is that we have 2 off-duty officers that are going to be there to help assist for event arrival traffic and everything like that. We have a whole plan in place. And I'm creating a parking map. So it would be more of a zoomed out thing that we'll have to see the whole park and exact placements and make more sense for people that you can have on the website and everything like that, and for ourselves leading up to it. And then we'll also have 1 park ranger who's going to be on site to help out too. And parking, so we have the good thing too, I know I saw your question about like with the disc golf people and everyone else at the park. So since it is open to the park public on the event, it's the parking is, first come, first serve in some places, but they're going to cone off all of this parking here for us in front. So we don't have to worry about that. So for like VIP survivor parking and all that, we'll have exclusive vendor also space for the vendors to load in for Friday. So that won't be a worry about finding parking, load in, load
Okay.
out for vendors and also for us on event day too. And our
Good.
guests, yeah. And so we'll have all of this will be like the main lot, Live Oak Ave, this parking.
Right.
And then we'll also, there's obviously the next parking lot within the park type thing is going to be on the rear end here at the south end, which is
Right.
225 spots over on this end.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so we could actually, I'm not sure how many volunteers you'll have on day of, but either we could use a volunteer like you had suggested to kind of help with traffic that way, but we'll also have those 2 off-duty officers who are exclusively on people's arrival, helping with assisting in flow of all the parking in place. And then additional street parking. And then, like I said, for the zoo, which is right. So all throughout the park, there's parking basically. And then last resort, we would want people to do street parking, out on the street. So we'll make sure we fill up the whole park first. And then we also have the option of, like I said, working out what the discounted rate would be. And we'll have any additional people directed over to the zoo right here.
Did the zoo
So-
say how many people we're allowed to have? Or
No,
Okay.
that's what I'm still waiting to hear. I mean, they have a huge parking lot. I know they have over I'd say at least almost 1,000 parking spots, but I'll
Yeah.
find that information out for you and say,
I
but
was
put
just
it this
wondering-
way, the park said, they don't even think we'll need the zoo lot. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So as of now, we're good with the parking plan in place, but we'll have
Right.
this as an option too to direct people. So try to
Hmm.
get everyone with free parking first, before you're going to have to pay too.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get us free parking, but that would be good at the zoo.
Yeah.
Any questions with parking or anything like that, but the park or the site
Mhm.
that I might have jumped over? I know you had mentioned too for the route that you walked, that there was even a little shorter route
Yeah.
that you identified. And if you want, I can add that to the route for you, like an optional shorter route if people want.
Yeah, I always like to have the shorter route for the
Yeah,
people in
Yeah.
walkers and stuff and survivors. Just looking
Yeah.
at my notes.
definitely can add that.
Yeah, the shorter route was only a half a mile.
But did you have a certain area that it went down in mind, or
It went. It just followed pretty much your route that you have here, and then it cut through. There was a path that went through the trees.
like
Um,
from up this end, or
where the stage is. And where
do
the,
you know if it went? Do you remember if it went past that little roundabout here? Like, did it go past the basketball courts, or was it before, like
no, it was
turning back
before
around?
that. It was
Before the basketball courts, yeah.
court. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
I'll get a map and clean my notes up for you, and that way you'll have
Yeah,
it.
no, we have totally time to add this. I just wanted to make sure if you had it, but I'll just put
Yeah.
a little placeholder here for us.
Yeah, and John, if it's easier, I mean, for you to just, like have a satellite map or something and just like do a drawing or send it to
Yeah.
us in any way, it doesn't have to be perfect. But
Oh
that
yeah,
can
don't worry
be
about.
used.
Yeah, it could be freehand. I'll figure it out. If you put
just
like
Just print it
one
out and put a
little
marker on it.
landmark point, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically if you take your big route here and just cut it right in half, there was a path that went right up to
Yeah,
Granby Street. And it just came around the bottom part of your map the same way. The only thing
Okay.
that it cut off was that top section from the basketball courts up. So there's a path that goes right through the trees and around the bottom and goes right
Okay.
back to where the village was. And it's basically a half a mile. And then if you go around the
Like
entire
this,
park,
right? Yeah.
and if you go around the entire park, it's about a mile, maybe a little bit more. And there's a path that goes around the whole thing. And then there's a sidewalk that goes down Granby Street.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Well, I'll
So
clean this one up too.
it'll be really simple to mark out with signage.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's perfect. Okay.
And the only
Alright.
thing I want to, Darcy, is pick your brain on how we can decorate Granby Street, because this gets a lot of traffic along here, along Granby Street, and how we can, then there's light poles and all that kind of stuff up, but it's a major thoroughfare. I'm just trying to think about how we can get as much signage and decorate that as much as possible to get as much attention.
Definitely.
Funny enough, we're allowed to, no, balloons are usually a bad thing to do, but
Looks good. Yep. And the route that's on the left, or I guess west side, is that just along the sidewalk of the
yeah.
street?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good.
but I want to try to get as many volunteers along that Granby Street as possible with
Yeah,
pom-poms or, goofy
no,
stuff to
smart.
just bring
That
as
would
Very
be
much
smart.
so fun.
attention.
Very smart.
That's a good
Yeah, you have everyone driving.
visibility.
Yeah, very good visibility.
It's
The
a lot of
pom-poms will
visibility.
definitely get people looking over there for sure too.
So,
And people driving past the zoo and everything too. So it will be definitely, and you're right in the, center of the park. So it's perfect.
yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or things with site or the route?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Perfect.
This wouldn't be a
Sorry.
bad site to keep if we can, but we don't seem to have that luck.
Well, they're very excited to have us, and we're
Good.
yeah. So I think that this could be a great relationship. So
That'd be great
yeah,
because it's a good
That's
location.
exciting.
that's what I mean.
Good.
So yeah, very, very, very. They're very sweet. Like they're even got us that park ranger for free. Like didn't charge us. Like they're very like they really like. Yeah, they're very, very sweet people. The guy even went out and walked the route himself because they didn't
Oh,
have a route
really?
map. Like
Oh, that's
Aw.
nice.
most parks have like route maps, and he did it himself and like sent me his timed walk. I was like, oh, bless your heart.
Yeah,
Bless
that's
your heart.
awesome.
It's a nice little way to get out of the office too for the day too.
Yeah,
Right?
that's his
I
excuse.
remember doing that.
Right.
Funny.
That's funny.
Great. Well, if you like end up making a, short route mock-up, John, you can send it to us, or we can just, Ashley can make her route and you can just tweak it as much as you want.
Okay.
And we can go back and forth. Either way.
Okay.
Great. Last thing to mention is the vendor tracker. In past years, we might have been referred to as the IRF, or the infrastructure request form. You might have seen this in the past. It
Oh, yeah.
looks very different now. We did a total facelift for the IRF. So I just wanted to tell you why and what you're looking at, just so it's not too confusing because it is pretty long. But we'll just do a quick rundown and then you can definitely go back and look at it and the details when you have a little bit more time.
Okay.
First thing to mention is this first page with like the instruction box and all these details. You do not have to worry about that right now. You don't have to follow these instructions. This is mostly for like our purchasing and our production team. And this will probably be taken out in future versions. So don't worry too much about that first page. Where we can start looking is after the second page. This is going to be vendor summary. So pretty standard. You have all of the vendors that you're going to have on event day and then their contacts if you need to reach out to them. This will be a lot more filled in as we get closer, but for now, this is fine that we don't have all of it filled in. You might notice that a lot of this, you're like, well, we don't use like fans or plywood sheets. No PurpleStride event really uses that. Since this is a new document, we kind of kept everything on here that we use for all our events, just so we didn't take anything off accidentally that you guys use. So in future versions, these things that you don't need, they'll be taken off. So you only are looking at what we're actually going to give you and what you actually need. So it'll look a lot easier to read and will be a lot shorter, hopefully.
Okay, you do have porta potties coming. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I meant to also say when we're looking at the site map, those are on there. You'll see little porta potties on the site map now. So we've got those close to the event village within the
Great. Yeah, looking past basically page 3 and onwards is going to be orders and distribution. So in the past, the vendor tracker was kind of, organized by vendor. So like your AV vendor, your tent vendor, each get their own page. We were trying to organize it more by area. We feel like it makes more sense for the people that are actually on the ground looking at this. So these first three are going to be kind of miscellaneous or general areas. So we have site supplies, number 2, route supplies, and number 3, site services. This is just your stuff that doesn't go under any specific tent, like, your radios, your trash bags, anything like that. Again,
Okay.
there's a lot of zeros here. Those will be taken out in the future. So you'll only really have what you need.
Okay. The only other thing we're gonna have at this site is there's no staging area. There's no place to put anything. There's no shelters or anything.
Yeah, and you'll have this is your core package AV stage section. So once you get past the general, basically when you're at Why Do You Stride, this and onward kind of goes almost tent by tent or area by area to see everything that you might have. So Why Do You Stride for you guys is going to be combined, so it might be different. AV core package, food and beverage, pro teams. The idea is that someone can kind of hold this on event day and go spot to spot and just check down the list. It all the way into chairs, quick covers, tables, that sort of thing. And you should have a section for every tent or spot in your event village. Another thing to mention, if you guys do have your all-star teams or your sponsors, these are just placeholders from last year. Once you know that, further into the year, we'll update this with the names of them and what we're bringing for them. Last thing is the vendor report down here. It's empty right now. Hopefully we get our pivot tables to cooperate in the next drop, but this is going to look more like your traditional IRF. So it'll have a summary of the tent vendor is going to bring this many tents, chairs, tables, so that whoever's on the ground can hold it up to the invoice and just make sure that we have everything we ordered and that they match up.
Okay.
Any questions on this? Should be
Who
a simpler
completes it?
format.
Do you want us to send you our AV person or our DJ? Do you complete this or do we complete this?
No, so this is just for us and our purchasing and production team. We just
Okay.
share it with you guys to kind of keep you in the know in case there's anything you'd like to maybe add in the future or anything like that. It's just so that on event day, we're supposed to have this many tables under this tent. We're getting this many tents, just double checking it.
But it would be good to have the DJ and AV person on here so that the person that's running down the list has a full picture of, because that's kind of a significant.
Yeah. So when we
Role.
get closer to the event, we'll probably be, sharing the DJ contact that we'll put in the event book.
Okay, good.
AV, which we would normally do for the DJ anyways. Ashley, correct
Got
me
it.
if I'm wrong, just so that we do keep track of everyone. But
Perfect.
Yeah, no, we definitely, that info is helpful, yeah. And then
That's what I was thinking this
and
was,
if you don't
that
have- yeah,
final.
and this little breakdown too, I'm not sure if Hannah or something that you guys can send to your, if someone's, your DJ's asking what they need to
Yes.
provide or something like that, it's like a guideline too of basics.
Yeah.
I was just going through this thing kind of quick. Is there a podium in here?
So that's a good question. We're actually, I know the podium was usually brought with the AV vendor. We're going to get the podium for you guys from the tent vendor this year. So you don't have to worry about it.
All right.
Good question, John.
Yeah, we want you guys to have that podium. Nice.
Yeah.
Again, this definitely isn't the final form of this. It's basically just what you guys had last year kind of morphed into the new format. So the next one will be more accurate. But if you do have questions on any specific lines, you can always just email us asking about it, and we'll either let you know that it's going to be changed or, the deal is there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice and long for now. It'll get shorter, I promise.
Just,
Um,
when do you think the map will be loaded into the, on the website? The route map,
and the route map,
just a rough,
the
about another week
the
or so.
so yeah,
The
the
PDF or the,
Yeah, just the one that we went through that you moved around a little bit.
I
oh,
can
the
show
My
you that.
Maps?
So
Doesn't he have
the
access to that, Hannah, or no?
yeah, but sometimes it's confusing because it's in a different section
No,
in the
yeah,
document
I don't know.
library.
I don't know how to get to it from your your way.
Well, let's show you. Yeah, so the My Maps is actually on the shared resource site right now, but it's in a different place than your document library. Like this is where you'd go for the site map we just looked over, but you do have to like scroll further down to get to the route map. So you just click on
Oh,
this link down here. Ta-da, ta-da, and
How much when I just want to know when I can print it out so I can, when I have a team meeting, I can sit down with everybody and go through it.
mhm.
That'd
You
be,
you would be able to, I mean, with the My Maps, I guess you could go through here. I'm just gonna go to Charlotte for now. You can go through and I don't know, maybe like screenshot this and print it out,
oh, okay.
but the actual PDF isn't going to be until further in March.
I'm gonna send you right now. I'm trying to send it in the chat, John, for you a draft PDF that I just have
Yeah, that's fine.
made. It doesn't have that option, the shorter thing add. It's not letting me add.
Yeah, that's
anything in the
fine.
chat.
It's just, we're having a snowstorm this weekend, so Hampton roads have been
Yeah, no,
shut down
perfect
for
time.
about
Yeah,
a week.
yeah. There. I'll forward it. It's not letting me drop it in the chat. I'm not sure why, but
Mine was having that problem too.
really, yeah. If not,
Yeah.
I'll forward it into an email to Hannah right now to
Yeah,
forward
that's
you.
fine.
Yeah.
No rush.
With the
I'll just do
updated site map too, so you can just have that.
Yeah, no rush.
Okay, perfect.
So,
I just want to get people thinking. That's all.
Yeah, no, yeah. Visuals always help.
All right.
so great. Well, other than that, we don't have anything else for you guys, but
Okay.
you know, conversation doesn't stop here. So we're gonna get you a follow-up email with basically everything we talked about, and a recording of the call, a copy of the PowerPoint deck we went over. But sounds like you guys are pretty set on everything you've got. You've got your DJ, working on that start finish. So yeah, I think we're smooth sailing from
Good.
here.
Looking good.
Yeah, you can keep in mind the January 30th deadline for like any other changes you want to see. If your group does want to make a change to the route or they do want a different site layout, just let us know and you'll see that on the next round of documents. If you do meet up with them later and don't get it in by January 30th, that's totally fine. It'll just end up on the documents after
Yeah,
that.
I can't
So.
guarantee January 3rd because of the
Yeah.
snowstorm,
Right.
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah, no, whenever you need to, we've got some time to
Okay.
change some
Yeah,
stuff around
we're
and play with
we're all
things.
good.
So, and I'll get you the food truck info as well. Everything.
Yeah, and I just forwarded you the PDF map, Hannah, to forward over to them.
Great. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Well,
I have to hop off right now,
Yeah.
but thank you guys so much. It's been wonderful. And John, I'll talk to you again soon when we meet next week.
Yeah, just send me
Thanks so
whatever
much.
day
Great to
and time
see
is, whatever
Thank
day
you.
and time is good for you, Darcy.
I'll send that over. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
See you later.
All right. Other than that,